Hello everyone, and welcome to Molehill Mountain, episode 400. It is a big number, a round number, a number evenly divisible by a lot of smaller numbers. So it's better than prime numbers, especially 313, or 311. 311's a good one. 311 knows what it did. And it's, you might say, hey, you've got guess. Is it because of the round number? Nah, it's just a serendipitous coincidence. So with me are YouTube musicians RafScrap and Jesus Christ.
Hello. Hello.
Hello, folks. So, how are y'all doing? Thank you for taking the time to join me on the podcast. Very kind of you.
Thank you for having us.
Of course. So, for my community of folks, Raf and Gezeus are YouTube musicians, and very good ones. You should listen to them. Yeah, don't listen to me. Listen to RafScrap and her many collaborators, some of which I see in the chat, like Lacey and Sharon.
Hi,
Hello.
Sharon.
Oh, and I did want to call out a couple folks I saw on your Discord who wanted to be here but couldn't. So, hello, Lily Candy. Hello, Mirai. Would that be Sakura Mirai?
It's Mirai. It's Mirai.
Mirai?
Hi, Mirai.
Is that a Sakura Mirai? Is that one of your other collaborators?
Yeah, that's her.
Cool.
That's her.
And Raf's delicious deviled legs. Sorry y'all couldn't be here. I love that username. That's great.
Hi, legs.
So, let me set the stage for how this happened. Some months ago, I made a YouTube video highlighting some of the YouTube musicians who I thought were just the bee's knees. And that included you, RafScrap, and Geeko Sop. And I published the video, I washed my hands, and I went to bed. Then 5 or 6 months later, I'm looking at my YouTube recommends, and what to my wondering eyes should appear not one, but two collaborations between Raf and Geeko. And because I'm incredibly self-centered and self-important, I thought to myself, well, that's obviously because of me, how wonderful I am. In a joking manner, and then I read the descriptions, and you both credited me with having some small part, at least, into getting you two together to collaborate. So, can you talk a bit about how that happened and how you enjoyed working with each other?
Oh my god, I wish she was here. But yeah, of course.
Just so everyone in the chat knows, I did invite Geeko, but the realities of, life and time zones got in the way, so. But, hi Geeko.
Geeko, I miss you. I miss you so much, and we're gonna collaborate again soon. But yeah, so I actually listened to Geeko beforehand, but I didn't have I don't usually reach out to people for collaborations unless they ask me.
Mm-hmm.
So I normally I was just kind of hiding in the shadows, and I was just watching her stuff and commenting once in a while. And then I started commenting more frequently after the video you put up. You put up that video, and there's a lot of creators there actually that I liked. So I was watching through to see your commentary because it was fun to see a fellow fan enjoying other people's content and saying nice things about them that I liked, that I thought was underground. So I was watching all of it, and then you got to my part. I thought it was really funny and charming. And so, yeah, I really enjoyed that video. So thank you, first of all, for making that. And then for Geeko, I just started commenting on her stuff more frequently, and then she started commenting on my stuff, and then she emailed me asking me if we wanted, if she wanted to do a collab, or if I wanted to do a collab with her. And yeah, and we did too. She wanted to originally do Lakme on her channel, but I thought it wouldn't really vibe with my audience. Mm-hmm. So I was like, why don't we do this song instead? And she was like, okay, but can we still do Lakme too for my channel? I was like, sure. So yeah.
My understanding is she did the art for the Lakme video?
Mm-hmm. She did.
Wow. You folks are disgustingly talented, I must say.
I said the same thing, yeah.
They are.
Yeah. Jesus, I recall you saying on social media like a week or so ago that you had become aware of Raf through not my video, but a similar video some years back. Can you talk about that?
Oh yeah, so I think that was back in 2017, and I was like looking through some songs and channels, like randomly lurking around on YouTube, and there was this channel. Unfortunately, they already deleted their YouTube channel, but it was like a duet of brothers playing the piano and the violin, and they make a lot of original stuff.
Hmm.
And they usually do some sort of what do you call this thing, appreciation thing on their channel description and on the comment section as well. And that's how I found out about Raf. And I was like really happy to be able to find Raf through that. And I like those types of channels that do a lot of appreciation of like reviews and stuff like that. That's how uh, I found Raf. I think she has like about a few hundred subs back then.
No, 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 not even. So when he found me, he was at like 1,000 some, and I was at 86. And I was like
What?
so excited to have like an 87 subscriber, and he had commented to it. Not even 100 when you found
Wow. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was interesting. I did when I did my video highlighting some YouTube artists that I liked. I limited it to musicians I'd just come across within the last year, and tried my best to at least factor in subscriber numbers. But you're up well over 100,000. Couple. So I kind of threw that by the wayside just because I was like, I like who I like. It doesn't matter how large their subscriber base is. I've never heard anyone talk about them, and that's a darn shame. So, Geeko actually, when I first ran across her channel early last year, she had about 500 subscribers, and she's and I'm really pleased to see that her channel's grown over the last year. She's up in 2,100 now, something like that. So that's really nice to see that she's finding an audience, because she definitely deserves that. Jesus, you haven't uploaded much on your channel for a while. Are you? I really liked your cover of Bak Mitai. Any plans to do more stuff on your channel?
I'm working on an original. The thing is, I'm on pause on uploading stuff for now, like cover songs, because I'm also working with Raf, focusing on projects with her. And on my extra free time, I try to make, or like at least try to make an original. And the lyrics are killing me right now, but eventually I'll get there. And with Raf's help as well. But yeah,
his original is really good, but yeah, he's
Oh.
struggling with lyrics.
You just like 2 months ago, something like that, released an original song. Was that your first original song?
Yeah, it was my first. Yeah.
Wow, well done. How'd you feel about it?
I think, especially Jesus, so Jesus is my manager, because I was working so closely with Jesus, and he's like a perfectionist, and I'm not at all. So he would sit there and go like, shouldn't we do it like this? Like, don't you want to have this much time to do it? And I was like, no, let's fucking go for it. Like, oh, I'm sorry. Am I allowed to curse?
You
So
can
sorry.
curse, it's fine.
Okay. Okay. Sorry. But yeah, I was like, let's just fucking go for it, because I just want to get it done. I just want to get it over with. And he was like, but it's our first. Like, let's make it special. So we had like very different mindsets going into it. But yeah, I just wanted to get it over with. I enjoyed it. Like, I enjoyed writing it. I enjoyed singing it. And then I was like, okay, I'm done. I'm ready. I'm ready for this to be out. And so I didn't want to go back and refine a bunch of stuff. Because, like, there's always things that you'll find I feel like as a cover artist, or just like making music in general, I feel like you're always gonna find something where you're like, oh, I didn't like that, I didn't like how that sounds, maybe this can change like this, and you can experiment like 100 different ways. But I was at the point where I was like, let's just put it up, I don't care. And he was like, are we sure you don't want to put more time into it? So yeah. But it was fun. I loved it. I love it so much, and I'm very proud of it.
The chat agrees, saying it's an amazing first original.
Oh, thank you, chat. You guys are so sweet.
So, looking at the credits of your various YouTube videos, Raf, you're generally credited as vocals, mix, art, animation, and sometimes an instrumental bass. Do you cycle between existing like karaoke tracks, and sometimes you create the instrumentals from scratch, or?
So I have to make them from scratch, otherwise I can't monetize it. And
Right.
I just like to have my own, and like there are some karaoke's where you can like talk to the person who originally made it and then give them a little cut of it, and then that's fine. But I like to have my own sound. Like if I'm gonna go in and make it anyway, I want to have my own sound to it. So yeah, I usually make it from bass or like from scratch, or I'll bring in the original audio and then I'll kind of get the bass from there, and then I'll try to add stuff onto that. Mixing I share with, well, I do most of the mixing, but like the mixing of the instrumental itself, I share with Jesus a lot, because I usually will tell him like, because he has better sounds and stuff than I do. So there, like even for So This Is Love, I didn't have any of the cool EDM bass noises. So there are like audios that I sent. I was so embarrassed because Kiku was in that chat and I didn't want to make a fool out of myself in front of her. But there are audios where I sent where I was like at the mic going like, okay, and then Jesus, I want this sound, you know, like this kind of thing. But yeah, that's usually how we like collaborate. Is I'll tell him like, oh, and then can you add like the clock ticking noises here, like this, and like at this beat, and then he'll bring to life what I ask.
Okay. So Jesus, you're often credited instrumental and audio mastering. Can you talk to us about all that entails?
As Raf had said, she does the bass and then also the mixing. So I think Raf really likes to, like, she has a set of ideas that she wants, but sometimes I can't really, like, what do you call this? Like replicate all of them with her ideas and stuff like that. So I usually just do the mastering. So I let Raf do the mixing, and after she's done, I get to work on it and polish anything that needs to be polishing or something like that. And for instrumentals, yeah, there are some instruments, some sound effects that Raf don't have. So basically, I fill in all of those gaps, I think. And yeah, that's about it, I think.
Interesting. So if you don't mind me asking, what are your backgrounds in music? Because you're both covering a very wide range of disciplines in the production of these pieces.
I don't have any background in music.
Self-taught, huh?
Yeah, so I went to a pretty good school for arts, but it wasn't like for arts. It's a public school, but it had a good arts program, I guess. So I did some theater arts in high school. I didn't get any vocal lessons. Yeah, I really like my mom is a ballerina, and I did a lot of ballet growing up too. So we both really like classical pieces, because in a lot of operas they'll add ballet too. So I grew up with a lot of opera and classical pieces, but I don't really have any training when it comes to any of that kind of stuff.
You can dance too?
Yes. Oh yeah, I do dance.
Disgustingly talented people.
She's the whole package.
I'm feeling inadequate, so if you don't mind, let me brag that I can make a pretty good meatloaf.
Oh, I hate meatloaf.
Well, I guess it doesn't matter then. I can't send it to you over Discord anyway, so. Jesus, how about you? Self-taught or formal instruction?
A zero knowledge of music background. I used to I use music as my some sort of like escapism kind of thing. So I would say back in college, it's not something I wanted for myself. So it's I think it's a little bit of an Asian culture where you get forced to do what your parents do, I guess.
Mhm.
And so what I would do is like listen to music, sing a lot, and stuff like that. And I came across with Western cover artists as well, like for example Alex Good or like Boys Avenue. So at first I started with Western songs as covers, and they were really terrible until I got into stuff like that. And then
Out of curiosity,
there's like
who were you covering?
I actually forgot what like
I remember. It's my life
something on
by Bon Jovi.
oh
Oh, so
I showed a video to Raf
oh my
when I was
God, I heard Western and I thought a completely different genre of music. You meant geographical location. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm on the same
yeah,
page
yeah.
now.
Yeah, okay.
I'm
Yeah,
an America-centric dipstick. Please continue.
but yeah, yeah, I do. I guess American covers is what it is. Back then, and it was terrible. And I got into anime and doing like opening song covers and stuff like that. Until there's like a time where there's actually a committee for, they call it Utites. Basically people that covers anime songs, Vocaloid stuff. And I joined my first, well, probably we shouldn't talk about the first chorus battle. It's what they call a chorus battle when people are like gathered together doing like some sort of a competition of how singing covers and even originals and stuff like that. But after maybe like two or three chorus battles, I that's when I got to collab with Raf for a chorus battle. Wait, what was the question again? I forgot.
What training did you have, Jesus?
Okay, I don't have any sort of trade. I'm so sorry. But yeah, that's when. Oh, I was going to this point. So when I met Raf and collab with her in the chorus battle, this is when I tried to start learning more about music, learning more about mixing, because I think at that point she already knew how to do art and animation, and I'm like, oh no, what can I bring to the table? I can only sing, and I can only like do really bad mixes, you know? So I tried to study, well, yeah, trying to study music theory, even though I still suck at it. So that's basically my background. And also maybe like people here always do karaoke's, and those people are my mentors, I guess, just by listening to them unsolicitedly. But yeah.
So I'm seeing a few of my folks in the chat saying, "Hey, this is different. What's going on here?" So yeah, hello, my usual community. Little bit different podcast tonight. I've got musicians extraordinaire RafScrap and Jesus Christ with me to talk music and all those fun things. I also see, and I do apologize if I get the pronunciation wrong, Lyra.
Yeah, Lyra.
Lyra in the chat. Hello, I recognize your name too. You're often credited on the videos for visual aid. What is she providing?
So a lot of the times I come up with interesting poses and I need references. So Lyra comes up and helps me take reference photos, and she also shares a very similar aesthetic to me. So she'll like find like pins or images and she'll send it to me and be like, what about something like this? How about you do a color palette like this, and then it really helps me out. So I like to credit her.
How did you land on the design of your character, the animated version of you that we see in your videos? To my eye, you pretty much found where you wanted to be about 4 years ago. I saw it evolve for a little while, and then you seemed to pretty much lock in on what you wanted that visual to be.
So she just kind of was supposed to look like me as I grew older. Back in the day, I used to wear, like, it just used to be like a different kind of hairstyle and stuff. And then I just switched to, like, she just looks more and more like me every day, basically.
That's one of the things that I was quite curious about is I know a bunch of folks with original character animated depictions of themselves that they use as avatars for social media or YouTube or such. And it's always interesting to, if they're game for it, to see how close they look to the person behind it. And I was interested to see that you look exactly, I'm like, oh, it just looks exactly like her. Ears are less pointy, I suppose. But other than that, Jesus, would I assume that you and the rest of the collaborative cast are fairly accurate caricatures of what you look like in real life?
I would say for me, it kind of is. For others, I don't think they. Yeah, I mean, white hair. I don't think they have white hair or something like that.
Yeah. I
So,
mean, Sharon
some of
and
them,
Lyra
they
don't.
changed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they don't look like their OCs. But Lacey does. Lacey's OC I actually designed
Lacey does
myself.
one.
Yeah.
So, you mentioned ballet and that and some opera exposure as you were growing up. Did you do any public performances of that, or did you just learn it?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, you did?
I did sing opera. It's just I did do a lot of ballet growing up,
Mhm.
and I did do a lot of musical theater growing up. So I did do a lot of performances and just theater in general, not just musical theater. I did do a lot of performances growing up.
What are some of the favorite plays you've done?
Oh my God. My favorite ballet is Giselle. So
Okay.
I'm pretty sure nobody's interested in this though, because nobody really watches ballet like that. But
I'm the host.
Yeah.
I'm interested, so go for it.
Okay, Andrew. For only Andrew and just Andrew. I really like Giselle as a ballet. I've never liked the I don't know if you know anything about Giselle, but it's like the main dancer is just one girl, and I never liked being the lead in that. It's because it's really painful, but I love watching Giselle the most. For musical theater, I don't know. I don't think I liked. I mean, they were all fine, but I don't think I specifically liked any of the musical theater like shows that we put on. Yeah, I can't tell you any of the musicals that I liked to do that much because I didn't like any of them. Most of the time we do like underground ones that didn't cost an arm and a leg to perform because they like the school has to pay for whatever the rights to it because we were making money off of it. So it was a bunch of underground musicals. I didn't really like any of them.
Jesus, how about you?
Yeah, I do ballet too. No, I'm kidding. I don't.
Rock them tights.
Performance live. I would say only once, and it's a high school thing where
Oh my
it's like a
God.
medical events thing, and I sang. What do you call that thing? Smells like Teen Spirit,
Oh, Nirvana. Okay.
and yeah, Nirvana, and we sucked. I think I remember on stage, someone threw a bottle.
Oh
But I was
my
like,
God.
Wait, what venue was this where someone was chucking a bottle?
Oh, it's just in school, like.
Someone
Bunch
chucked a
of
bottle
students
at you
playing.
in a school production? Was it that bad? Couldn't have been that bad.
I think I was babbling too much and I didn't start the song. So it's kind of my bad that I was like I don't know how to present myself on stage usually. Well, not usually because it's only one time. So it wasn't targeted at me, I guess. It was more like the dude or like the person who's like littering, I guess. I don't know. It might be targeted to me, but they just had really bad aim.
Hmm.
But yeah, that's my only performance, I guess. Yeah, that's
And
about
is
it.
there video on YouTube?
I'm sorry.
Is there video of this on YouTube that we can peruse?
No,
I would assume no.
There is, but I don't want to share it.
If there is, you're not saying. Okay, got it.
Yeah,
So,
I can't.
no worries. I remember one time I was tapped to intro a song in a show I was doing, and so I wrote a paragraph or two intro for a song, and we're at the performance, and I'm delivering what I thought was a well-written, funny, enjoyable little intro, but the audience liked it too well, because it was taking me forever to actually get through barely 2 paragraphs of intro, to the point where the director was queuing up the chorus and giving me a look. I'm like, blah, 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 last sentence, there you go. So sometimes, the point of this story, Jesus, is sometimes, as a presenter, you can be too good. And I'm sure that was the case with you.
Oh, thank you. I'm not sure. Okay, thank you.
Now, if you want to share the YouTube video, I'll watch it and I'll let you know if I think that is actually the case.
The thing is, I have a bag on, like a body bag on, and I'm like all around the place, going left and right on the stage.
Body,
And I don't think the audio, yeah,
like for a corpse?
It's kind of weird looking, but maybe I can show you off stream though.
Okay. The one of the things I enjoy about Raf's output is you appear to have very wide-ranging and eclectic taste in music. You've mentioned opera and musical theater, but there's also movie musicals, both animated and live action, several from Disney, pop songs from different eras. I'm trying to remember what it was, but you had one from like the 30s or something in the last year or so. I forget which one it was, but I've seen some stuff from video games, stuff popularized by Vocaloids, plus your originals. So, would you say that's an accurate estimation that you have wide-ranging eclectic taste in music?
Sometimes. I think, I just generally don't, like super mainstream stuff. But that's always the stuff that I get requested because a lot of people listen to it. So I just kind of like go with the flow sometimes, and then sometimes I just like to put up the stuff that I like, which is more underground. So yes and no. I don't really listen to, like, if you ask me about a lot of the more popular songs these days, I can't tell you a lot about them. So like yes and no.
So if I'm trying to remember, like, you had a Britney Spears song at some point. I forget which one it is, but
Yes.
would that be an example of something you did because people were asking for it rather than
No.
being a big Britney Spears fan?
No, that is not. So Poor Unfortunate Soul is an example of something that people asked me for that I wasn't ever gonna do. But because I did like Davy Jones, like I did a C-themed one before that, everybody was then asking me. And I think another popular YouTube cover artist had recently put up Poor Unfortunate Souls. And so everybody just started spamming me like, please do this. I thought it was this one, please do this one. And so in that case, I'll kind of get peer pressured into it. But most of the time, I just like to do Like Hit Me Baby One More Time, I think is the one that you're thinking
Yeah,
about.
I think that's it. Yeah.
That hasn't been culturally significant for a little while now, and I like the song so much that I wanted to do it. So
Oh, so that
most
was
of the
one
time-
that you just enjoyed doing.
yes.
So it's
yeah.
so it's a bit of a mix. You get some stuff that you're really passionate about, and some other stuff that you might not have considered, but
Yes.
your community is like, do this one.
Yes, exactly.
Well, it does end up with a just a wonderful variety of things. One of my favorites was the Tom Lehrer song you did, Masochism Tango, because I'm a huge Tom Lehrer fan, and I don't know that I've ever seen anyone cover him. So I was particularly tickled to see that one, which
Yeah, that was my own taste. I love Tom Lehrer too.
yeah, he's actually my favorite lyricist.
Oh,
Yeah, if anyone ever asked me, no one ever has, but if anyone ever did ask me who my favorite lyricist is, yeah, I'd say Tom Lehrer. Just to really
Okay.
enjoy his work. So, what about you, Jesus? So, what are your musical tastes? Do you influence what songs you ultimately produce?
no.
I would say, I do I influence our Twism songs? I'm not sure.
Not a single
I
one.
think- Oh no, not a single one. Well, the thing
I'd
is,
call that pretty emphatic.
I don't mind most genres,
Mhm.
and I've also tried to, I guess, cultivate my voice to do a lot of like vocal impressions, I guess, like vocal tones, so that I would be able to do a lot of genres.
Mhm.
And I think I'm not sure. I think rock is like maybe like Linkin Park or like what do you call that Japanese band? The one that did the beginning. I was gonna say the beginning. The beginning. One OK rock. One knock rock.
Yeah.
Yeah, one OK rock, or would say one ok rock, which is 1 o'clock. Yeah, rock songs, and pop songs, I guess.
Okay.
So it's kind of like a little bit different from rap, but I don't mind I don't mind doing like other types of genres in rap because that is like a kind of a discovery for me, which I enjoy a lot. But yeah.
So it allows you the opportunity to at least expand your horizons.
Yeah.
Is there any particular types of vocal qualities that you've gone for that you found particularly challenging?
I think. Well, there's this recent one where I tried to sing like a girl, which is kind of challenging for me, I would say. I think I don't have that much besides whistle tone. I just can't do that, but the rest should be okay. Operatics genres is a little bit. I'm still not super familiar with them, but
Mhm.
yeah, I think that's it. Yeah.
You mentioned whistle tones. Were you going for real high falsetto countertenor type of stuff?
Oh yeah. I was like trying to practice it, like YouTubing stuff, and apparently it's not a vocal cord thing. It's more like you're whistling with your throat kind of thing. And I was like, oh, that's so cool. I want to try that. And I tried it and I couldn't do it. Or like, yeah.
Well, keep at it. Maybe one day.
One day I'll could catch Raf's high notes.
Ooh, I don't know about all that, but I mean, you can try.
That's another thing as we've many times talked about the disgusting talent that both of you employ, and that's a incredibly broad vocal range.
Yes.
Rap, I would say most most casual listeners would be like, my, what a lovely lower register she employs there. And then if you listen to enough of her work, you're like, oh, yeah, she's got it on the top too. But I can probably still make a better meatloaf even if she wouldn't like it. So, another thing that I've when I wrote the video I did a few months ago about you and some other YouTube musicians that I wanted to highlight, I did end up leaving things on the cutting room floor. I did want to address your sense of humor, which is employed throughout your work. Sometimes it's pretty subtle, sometimes it's explicit. One of the funniest things I've seen you do is the Peaches parody cover. That
Hi, Sharon.
yeah. That was a birthday thing, if I'm remembering.
Yeah,
right?
that's for
Yeah.
Sharon.
The Sharon, and then cut to black at the end just gets me every time. I love that. I wanted to share some of that, but I actually had one of the reasons I cut that is I highlighted Geeko doing a cover of the same song, so I'm like, yeah, I've got to. This video is going to be 45 minutes long if I don't cut something. So I cut that. I cut, unfortunately, a mention of all of your wonderfully talented collaborators, which I wanted to pull in for a mention, but that hit the cutting room floor. So I'm very happy that we got to do this, so I could, highlight Gezeus and Sharon, Lacey, and some of the others that we see in the chat right now. Something else I wanted to highlight that I also wanted to ask you about is you perform in multiple different languages. And I like to think I have a pretty decent ear when it comes to phonetic singing, but I'm not hearing any of the telltale signs. So are you both multilingual or just really good at picking up singing in different languages?
So, English is my second language. My first language is Korean. But all the other languages that I sing in, I'm also very sensitive to that kind of phonetic sound. And it's just, like, when other people do it, it's okay, but it's my pet peeve when I sound like a foreigner in the language that I'm singing.
Right.
The only exception is opera, because in opera the sound is just supposed to be the vowels, so it doesn't matter if I'm doing the other stuff like the consonants and everything correctly, as long as the vowels sound good. But for like La Llorona or the one Chinese song I've done, or Besame Mucho, like I want it to sound as close to how it's supposed to sound as possible. I'm very picky about stuff like that. I was actually trying to do another French song, but I could never get it up because I hated the way that my accent sounded because it was very prominent to me. So yeah, most of the time I'll have somebody who speaks that language vet it so that they can tell me which parts are on or off. Lyra speaks Mandarin. That's why she helped me with the one Chinese song. And then Japanese is easy to pronounce when you're Korean. So I got kind of like
to my ear, South Korean sounds pretty similar to Japanese, and then North Korean sounds more Chinese to my ear anyway. And I look at a map, and that's kind of where they're sitting. So, have you sung anything in Korean? I don't recall any Korean songs on your in your oeuvre.
Have I? I think I have, but I probably took them down now. I did like one song in Korean, I believe, but I probably took them down. I think. So
that's let's see. You've done English, of course, Japanese, Spanish, the Chinese one, French. She just did with Geeko,
right.
And well, I guess the choral vocals to Hellfire are what, Latin, and Kyrie eleison is Greek, I say. Originally, I don't even remember. If I'm remembering, it's originally Greek and then was just transcribed to Latin or something. I don't remember. But did I leave any out? Any other languages you've covered? Because
no,
that's.
I think that's it.
Okay. Jesus, what about you? I've heard you chortle in many a different language, and you're excellent at it as well.
Thank you. I only speak two languages, which is my first language is Filipino, and my second is, well, English. Um, I do sing in Japanese and Spanish with rap. I haven't done, well, oh, Korean. There's also Korean.
All right.
So Japanese and Spanish is a little bit easy for me because the phonetics in Filipino is somewhat similar to Japanese, and well, Spanish is my language has Spanish in it, so it's easy for me. Um, for Korean, I would ask for Raf to make or like to tell me how to sing them. I think the Korean song that we did, Raf, was "Learn to Meow." I think.
Lyra
I think
says
she.
villain was in Korean.
Yeah, villain was in Korean. That's my bad.
Oh,
It slipped my
okay.
mind.
Oh yeah, villain is also Korean. Yeah. Yeah, those are my languages that I sang in, but I can only speak two.
Well,
I can sometimes understand Japanese and slightly talk Japanese, but not really.
I speak one, but I enjoy music and film from all different regions of the world, so I get exposed to a bunch of different languages, so can't speak any. Know a couple words and phrases in a variety of different languages. I can count to three in a couple, but I can. My experience a lot of when I was in high school and singing in choirs and such, I did have the opportunity to sing in a couple different languages: Latin, Italian, Spanish, French, German. I am absolutely terrible at French. I cannot wrap my tongue around some of those phonemes. It's just absolutely beyond me. So I was particularly impressed with the Lakme duet that you did with Geeko last weekend. Um, let's see. Ari asked, do you guys have a favorite song from the Seven Deadly Sins songs?
Oh my god. Oh, jeez. I have like three favorites. Andrew, do you know what that is?
I do not.
Okay, so it's just like a series of Vocaloid songs, based on the Seven Deadly Sins. I'll say Conchita. Conchita's my favorite.
Jesus, do you have one?
I don't think he knows it.
I don't know that. I do know some Vocaloids, but not that specifically.
Yeah, I probably have not listened. Well, there's a large spider.
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh,
it just
I'm all
just
spidery.
chilling on my door jamb. I'll have to evict him later. Um, the heck was I saying? What were we talking about? Oh, Vocaloids. Yeah,
Vocaloid,
Vocaloids.
yeah.
I don't think I have heard anything from a Vocaloid in over 10 years. The last time I listened to like Hatsune Miku or any of the others, I found the artificiality of the vocals to be really off-putting to me. While I could appreciate the songs that they were singing, the instrumentation and the melody and the structure of the song and such, I just found at least the examples that I perused to be fairly grating, and I couldn't sit through most of them, which was funny because I had a friend where I was working at the time who was a big Vocaloid fan. He's like, "Oh no, we just have to find the right one for you." Was always sending me links to YouTube videos, and I'd listen to them. I'm like, "Oh, this is just awful. I don't like it at all." But I haven't listened to any in a long time, so I imagine that the technology, which I find fascinating. I love the technology behind it. It's very, very neat. but I would assume that it's progressed over the last decade plus. So maybe I should give it another chance.
So I'm gonna say I'm exactly like you. I can't listen to Vocaloid, like the original Vocaloid. I always have to listen to covers. So Japan has, I think you know this, Japan has kind of like a YouTube called Nico Nico. So
Heard of it.
a lot of the times when the producers will upload their Vocaloid stuff, I kind of have to wait like a week or so when the covers start rolling in so that I can listen to the song, because it has progressed, but the only time that I can listen to it is like when it's used solely for that electronic voice type. Like Porter Robinson does an okay job with using Miku. There are some producers who do that on purpose, but if it's supposed to be emulating a human voice, yeah, I can't really listen to that either. So I always listen to like the cover versions.
Yeah.
So I'm with you.
It is I do find it mildly frustrating because there's a lot about a lot of the tunes that I genuinely enjoy, but it's like some of the virtual performances to me are just like nails on a chalkboard. I pride myself in giving art a chance, right? There are very few things that I won't listen to all the way through. I feel like I can take 2.5 minutes out of my day to listen to an entire song.
Right.
But the Vocaloids, I'm like, nope, I just can't do it half the time.
Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, 100%.
I would say the old ones are a little bit more artificial. The latest ones, they do sound a lot better than the previous types of Vocaloids, I guess. I'm with you with that. Like, generally not liking how artificial it sounds, but yeah, lately it's been sounding really great. It's not like perfect yet. I don't think it will be, but it sounds a lot better than before.
Yeah. That same friend who big fan of Vocaloids, he lent me a video game that was a rhythm game based on Hatsune Miku and Friends' large oeuvre of music, and I took it home and I tried to play it. I'm like, I'm digging the mechanics, but oh my god, I can't listen to this. It's so terrible. But I also agree with what Raf said regarding if the intention of the piece is that electronic sound, like the soundtrack in the Splatoon games, which has that very artificial vocoder sound overlaid on the performers, or even some of the earlier stuff that, what is it? If I can believe in life after love, is it Cher? I think.
Oh,
Cher.
Cher.
She has an electronic sound, but that's an intended vocal effect,
Yes.
and that usually doesn't bother me. I might, as an artistic choice, balk at it, but it usually doesn't get me to completely stop the song cold as a lot of Vocaloid performances might.
Yeah, no, I understand. Like, I feel that way completely. That's why I always have to wait a few, like, people will be like, oh, this new song came out, and I can't listen to it for a few days because I have to wait for a human voice
Yeah,
to sing it.
great. Someone cover it so I can listen to it, or give me
Yeah,
the score.
exactly.
Tiny Pagan.
Hi, Tiny!
I love some of your community's usernames. They're great.
I love them so much, too.
Says, will you ever do an Ado cover?
I do,
I don't know what that is.
I don't really listen to Ado that much.
Ado. Okay.
There's like a few that I like, but we'll see. I just don't listen to her very much. I like her voice, I just don't. It's just not my type of music. But we'll see.
So that's not a Vocaloid. That's an actual human performer.
She's a singer. She's a great singer too.
Yeah.
That's a name I actually haven't heard. So, all right. Thank you, Tiny Pagan. I'll try and remember to check out whoever that is as soon as I evict that spider who's not paying rent. So, let me ask a few quick fire questions, just because I'm interested in them. I get from your aesthetic choices in both your song selections, how you cover them, the vocal deliveries, and the art. Are you a bigger fan of Dark Crystal or Labyrinth?
I haven't watched Dark Crystal.
Oh, you haven't seen Dark Crystal?
No.
Have you seen
I
Labyrinth?
love Labyrinth though.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think I love both, but I'm a Dark Crystal kind of guy.
Are they similar? Is that what you're asking?
They are dark fantasy, both. So they are tonally and visual aesthetic quite similar. Dark Crystal is entirely puppets, whereas Labyrinth is partially live action with the David Bowie, Jennifer Connelly, and a bunch of puppets. So it just those are some of the questions I like asking people. It's like, haha, let's see what kind of person you are, Dark Crystal or Labyrinth.
So I actually didn't watch Labyrinth. I didn't have a TV growing up, so
Huh?
I didn't watch Labyrinth when I was younger. I watched it pretty recently for the first time. And I only knew about it because I think you said Jennifer Connelly, is that her name? The lady? in
Unless
the
I'm
movie?
getting it wrong, yeah.
She's really pretty, so that's why I watched it.
Well, there you go.
But I'll check out Dark Crystal, it's a bit similar.
It's all puppets, so the type of aesthetic beauty to enjoy is going to be slightly different. But
Okay.
from a craft perspective, it is quite beautiful.
Okay, I'll check it out.
Jesus, what about you? Are you familiar with Dark Crystal or Labyrinth?
No, I don't know what they are.
They're fantasy movies.
I see. I'll check them out.
I think,
Yeah.
I think Dark Crystal would have been like later 80s, and Labyrinth would have been earlier 90s, maybe. Well, how about this? Cats or dogs?
I'm a dog person, I would say.
Dog
I
person.
also like cats as well.
Mm-hmm. Raph?
I think
I can't choose. I love dogs. I've never had a cat, so
Hmm.
I'll have to say dogs. I love cats too, though. I love animals.
Did either of you have any pets?
Oh, please, this is such a sore spot for me because my dog passed away.
Oh,
Um,
sorry to hear that.
no.
yeah, I did have a dog, and I really like that dog. That's why I'm never gonna have a pet again because I just can't. I can't deal with it. But yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to deal with.
Yeah, I'm a cat person. I had a cat when I was very young. So I had her from maybe 5 years old to 17 or so. And while I've been around other people's pets since, I've never had another one. And I keep thinking, yeah, I'll get another cat one day, but I never do. Partially because pet rent is ridiculously expensive here in San Diego. Where I live, I think it's like $400 a month. It's
What?
ridiculously expensive. Yeah.
Wait, for having a pet?
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah. I'm like, but cats don't bark. Also, I live in a one bedroom, so I don't know, like, where would I put the litter box? I don't want it in my kitchen. I don't want to constantly step over it when I'm in the restroom. So, I guess as much as I enjoy pets and I like cats, I'll probably forever enjoy them from afar. But the opportunity to pet the neighborhood cats is a great motivation to get off my duff and do some cardio. So hey,
Hey, whatever gets you going.
yeah.
Yeah.
Shadow says, I know both films, now I feel old. Hey, you don't have to actually have been born before them to enjoy them.
Yeah,
Lot
I'm
of-
old and I don't know those.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of
Some of us
movies.
just don't have TVs. I was a poor kid.
Plus, there are a lot of movies that exist. You're not going to have heard of all of them. I feel fairly well-rounded when it comes to music, but We've discussed a few musical acts that I've never heard of. So, all right. Do you prefer animated or live action?
Oh, that's such a broad question.
Mm-hmm.
Like live action versions of animated movies, or just live action on its own?
Just film in general. Do you? There's advantages to both, I'd say. Do you find yourself gravitating more towards live action entertainment or animated?
I don't watch a lot of movies.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I think I used to say I prefer animated films, especially like stop motion, because I've never seen, like, I've seen mediocre stop motion animation films, but I feel like it's such a labor of love that I've never seen a bad stop motion animation film, because they have to have like so much thought put into it, and they have to intentionally move every piece. But recently, I don't know. Recent animated films have not been that great, so I don't know. I feel like there's more variety to choose from in live action than animated films these days. I don't know.
Yeah.
Jesus?
I'm kind of with the Raf in this one as well. I do like animated movies, like stop motion and even claymation and stuff like that. But it's just really not that many, I would say, for me to say that I prefer those. So it would be maybe like the live action ones.
Myself, I often tend to gravitate towards animation, which, as both of you pointed out, includes both drawn CG, stop motion. I've seen some weird, like, arts and crafts movies. There's a great movie called La Casa Lobo, which is a very odd experimental film that, even if you don't like the film, which I could totally see people just not being into it, I think it's worth watching at some point, at least the first 5 minutes, to get a sense of what they did. It takes place on like a set, but instead of moving the camera throughout the set, they like repaint the walls every frame to give the illusion of motion. It is a trip, and it has so much variety throughout that if you're a fan of artistry and arts and crafts and the passion, mechanics, and planning and stuff that goes behind things, like Raf mentioned with stop motion animation, I think it's at least worth staring at for 5 minutes just to appreciate it, even if overall you don't really dig the story. So I tend to like animated things, or gravitate toward. I like both, of course, but I tend to gravitate towards animated things just because of the craft behind it. And when I'm watching live action, I like particularly older stuff that had to do practical and optical effects. I respect computer animators, but there's just something wonderful and even magical about the creativity that goes behind some of the physical effects that they pulled off prior to CG.
I understand that completely.
So Ari says, I discovered Raf right after she covered the Goddess song, and since then she's expanded my music taste so much.
Aww.
Awesome.
That's
Also me. I expanded my music taste because of Raf. Even though I only like rock and what was that again? Was it metal? I forgot. But yeah, I expanded mine as well because of Raf.
Good.
Yeah,
good.
It's
My plan is working.
yeah.
Okay, good.
Your covers have introduced me to a few acts and songs that I was heretofore unaware of. So it's one of the things I like about covers, because if I haven't heard the song before, I will go find the original song first and listen to it, and then I'll listen to your cover so I can more appreciate the differences and what your spin on it is.
That's awesome.
So it takes me if you ever my community knows this. I do video game streams, and I am known for being very slow at video games because I stop and smell the roses. I talk to all the characters. I will, as a quality assurance analyst, I'm constantly trying to break games in programmatically. Like, I'm like, I wonder if I can wedge the camera through this door to see if there's anything over there.
Oh my god.
So I am very slow at video games. And likewise, I am very slow at appreciating your covers, because a lot of times I have to go find the original song, and even some others. Like when I saw your cover of Sandman, that song, Mr. Sandman, that song's been covered by a bunch of different acts over the years. So I went back and listened to like the Chordettes and the Four Aces just to refresh my memory on what the structure of the song is and what the lyrics were, because if I don't I have a decent memory, but if I don't do that, I'm going to miss some of the creative decisions you've made in your cover. And you had a bunch of really interesting lyric changes in that cover, in addition to a tempo change, minor key, and a bunch of other things.
Right.
Coffee or tea?
Tea. 100% tea.
Oh,
I hate coffee.
yummy tea.
No.
I'm kidding. I'm with coffee.
You're a coffee drinker?
Yeah.
Yeah. My sister's big on. My sister actually likes both. Me, I'm definitely tea over coffee. I honestly don't even like the smell of coffee.
Me too.
I will avoid the coffee. Yeah, I avoid the coffee aisle at the grocery store, because I'm like, I'm not walking down there. It smells of coffee.
Oh.
Although there are some coffee flavored treats that I've enjoyed, like some ice creams or pies have coffee flavoring in that I've found okay. Actually, was at Trader Joe's the other week and found a chocolate coffee granola. I was like, okay,
I like those.
need to try that, and it was okay. I actually ate it. I'm like, this would be better with less coffee and more chocolate.
No.
No,
Okay.
I hate coffee. Coffee's nasty.
Yeah.
You know what? Yeah, I would probably agree, because that thing hospitalized me back then. But yeah.
Oh, good. Because you said, you know what? And I'm thinking, oh no. Did I just break up RafScrap and Gezeus over coffee?
No.
No.
What have I done? I mean, I may have played some small part in the recent collaborations between you and Hiko. But if I take too much credit for that, then I also have to take credit, I guess, for Broken Peach losing one of their members a couple months ago. Yeah, that's a shame. CLMC Music hasn't done anything since I did that video. Aster was dark. Aster was dark for like 3 months. She was, I think she was just moving or something like that. So,
Yeah,
but I was like,
yeah.
oh no, why do I kill what I love?
No.
But
Let's kill this one.
it's the surest sign of affection, right? PC or console for video games?
PC. I've
PC?
never owned a console.
Oh,
Oh, really? Handheld even?
Mm-mm.
So it's been all PC?
Console.
Yeah,
Sorry,
so
console.
I don't
PC
game that
all the
much,
way.
period.
Mhm.
When I was a kid, like, couldn't even think of. I'd like share a computer with other people because we could only afford one. But yeah,
Yeah.
now that I'm older, I'm not used to playing games, so I don't really play games. The games I play are like Stardew Valley.
Stardew.
Yeah, I was looking to see if anybody would react, but I guess we're
I-
a little bit like.
I actually did
yeah.
play that. I did stream that at one point as one of the special episodes of the podcast I did with another person, and not my game.
Yeah.
I do like video. I'm a Jesus. Did you say console?
Oh, sorry, I was PC all the way.
Oh, you're PC all the way. I'm a console gamer because I'd rather sit on my nice comfy couch and play games on my nice big TV rather than sitting here at my desk, which I do for my game streams, which is fine. But yeah, personally, I'm a console gamer. So,
You're in the minority right now, Andrew.
yeah, yes, that's definitely true. And of course, I'm as a console game. I'm not just a console gamer, but I'm a Nintendo fanboy.
Oh,
That means nothing to me. I don't know anything about Nintendo.
Mario, Zelda, Donkey Kong.
The only thing
Oh,
I
I
know
see.
is that Zelda is really pretty and Ganondorf has cool armor. That's all I know.
There you go. What more is it? Although, yeah, I play mostly on the PlayStation because it's a more powerful console and the games are technically better there, but still play Nintendo because I have to have Mario and Zelda and Metroid and all those. So, darn expensive hobbies. So, do you prefer single player or multiplayer games?
Always multiplayer. I'm not a gamer, so it's
Mhm.
like the only reason I play games is just to socialize with other people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it always has to be. I would never play a game on my own. Well, maybe like a few I might play on my own. Like I really like the Elden Ring series. Like, I like Dark Souls, all of Dark Souls and Bloodborne and stuff like this. But I would much rather like watch somebody play it or play it while somebody is sitting.
Mm.
Play it while somebody is sitting, like next to me, because I hate doing that on my own.
Huh. Interesting. I'm Jesus. Go ahead.
oh, I'm a multiplayer player as well. Multiplayer player. But yeah, I generally don't want to play by myself, kind of thing. So I think console is kind of like that. It's more towards solo gaming. So on PC, it's a lot easier to set up like multiplayer stuff and getting to talk to people as well.
Yeah, I
I
would
think
say
it's much more fun.
I would say that's broadly true, yeah. Which might be why I'm more of a console gamer, because for me, gaming is me time. I don't want to play video games with other people. I just want to play games by myself. That's Andrew's chill time. But as I say, I still stream video games, which is still me playing single player games just with an audience. So it's kind of a weird mix of the two. Gorilla Bird, hello, says hello. So
Oh my
I
god,
would
it's
have-
MJ! Hi, MJ!
hello MJ.
Hi, MJ.
You mentioned on Discord, I forget what Phantasmo or something she's doing later
Oh,
tonight.
Phasmophobia?
Okay.
That's an abbreviation of that. So Phasmophobia, playing that on Discord later.
Well, that game only has up to 4 people, and more than 4 people wanted to play, so I'll probably watch other people play, but yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm mildly familiar with that one because more multiplayer game, but
Yeah.
yeah. So we'll wrap it up here. I very much appreciate both of you taking the time to chat with me.
Thank you
I
for having
really
us.
really enjoyed talking to you. Please go ahead and sign off and plug anything you like. Raf, go ahead.
Oh, I didn't prepare for this.
That's fine.